Another 2015 film that takes place in the 1950s. Oh boy. Guys, this is the second film in 2 days that came out in the year 2015, but actually takes place in the 1950s. The first one being Carol, the second one that I'm reviewing now, Brooklyn. Brooklyn follows the story of Elias, who's played by, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Charlize Ronan. And Charlize Ronan's Elias is originally from Ireland, and she moves over to, you guessed it, Brooklyn, New York. And in Brooklyn, New York, she's trying to find her place in life. She's trying to find a job. She's trying to find a place to live. She's trying to find someone to marry. A lot of stuff to deal with. And in fact, she's very young, so it's like kind of an eye-opener experience for her. But I also liked how this film touches on messages, very important ones at that, such as, what does it mean to be home? Is it the people around you that make your home? Is it your setting? What does it mean to be home? And I'm not going to answer that because that is a very subjective question and one that this film answers, I think, fully to the best of that knowledge, at least the setting of the film. Now, in terms of the way this film is structured, I really liked it because, yeah, it's 3 acts, but it's not like a lot of films that I've been seeing recently where it's like by the second act, especially with blockbusters, you know what's going to happen. You know exactly to the bottom T what will happen. This isn't the case with this film. I reached the second act around that time, and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. I think I know what's going to happen. And to my surprise, I was blown away because it just sidestepped every single cliche in the romance book, and I was so excited because of that. Because the romance, I can't really spoil it, but it is the central core of this film, and it is just so well developed, and it's so even. Like, it's not like sped up the way like a Nicholas Spark film. Sorry to call out those films, but it's not like that where it's like boy meets girl, boy and girl fall in love, boy and girl break up, get back together again, happy ending. Yay! It's not like that at all. It's very realistic. It's how a romance should be portrayed. And I dare say that this is one of the best romances that I have seen in the last 10 years. I'm saying it right now. It is just so well developed, and you really get to know these characters. And I really liked also how Elias is a very introverted character, and as the film progresses, you really get to know her. From the beginning, you're kind of like, wait, why is she kind of like giving one-word answers and everything? But then you kind of realize that she's been going through a lot. Like, you don't know what people go through until you fully get to know them and put aside time, and this film kind of gets that message across. And I liked that because I'll admit, there are times where, again, I'm speaking from the 21st century, but there are times where I text someone, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Like, what's new with you? And they'll respond like 12 hours later with, good. You know, it's very annoying. And in 1950s perspective, it's kind of like, hey, how are you doing? You know, and it's like, nothing. And that's just it. You don't really understand where that person's been, what the person's been through. And I liked how this movie covered that. Now, the romance, as I said, was excellent. And as far as technical aspects go, it's flawless. The cinematography is incredible. The production design is amazing. You really feel like you're 1950s. And the music, it's not memorable. It's not like something worth noting, but it is really good. And the pacing is very even, just like the romance. And as far as flaws go, there are no flaws. It's critically amazing. I mean, like, I am a very critical person, and I think that it was an incredible film. It was entertaining. I was entertained. I was in the 1950s when watching this film yet again. I saw Carol the other day, as I said, and I was in the 1950s, and this film really made me in the 1950s. And would I watch it again? You betcha. This film, I could not find any negatives, and I will be giving it a 5 out of 5 star rating. And for those of you that know me real well, you know a 5 out of 5 star rating, very difficult to get from me. It is an incredible film, one that you must see in theaters, and if you don't really have time to see it in theaters, check it out on DVD Blu-ray. This film you will be hearing about at the Oscars, and I hope Charlize Ronan wins Best Actress. I honestly do. She was that good in this film. But if you have seen the film Brooklyn, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, thank you very much for watching.